I'm putting up a Virat Kohli video again. For all you guys that think that I'm cloud chasing or view chasing, this one's for you. But today, I'm here to talk about the genius and the master that he is in white ball cricket. मैं हिंदी में भी करना चाहता हूँ ये वीडियो ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆಸೆ ಇದೆ ಆದರೆ when I do it in English, one of my strengths is that I can really expand on what I'm trying to say and actually speak about things in a way that I can define things really, really clearly. Today, I want to talk all about Virat. I remember in the previous match, he ambled onto the wicket, he walked in, and then through the whole course of the innings in the match against Bangladesh, he was looking to middle the ball. And today he came in with energy when he came into the crease. As soon as he came in, all he looked to do was watch the ball and rotate the strike. He didn't worry about hit the middle of the bat, the edge of the bat. He wasn't worried about feel. He wasn't worried about if he's feeling his form. None of it. He just looked at pure watching the ball, head still, watching it and hitting the ball into the gaps to rotate the strike. The intent to rotate the strike is what makes Virat Kohli, right? That is why he's as great as he is. The next thing he did really well was focused purely on building partnerships, right? The first thing he did with Shubman came there, built partnerships. So he rotated the strike, gave the strike back to Shubman. Shubman came, scored the boundaries, rotated the strike. And Shubman played to his mold and Virat played to his mold. The second thing that I think made me feel convinced he was going to get runs, irrespective of whether 100 or not 100. I knew that he was going to get runs and perhaps even stay not out. Was that drive, that first cover drive that I think he hit off to Harris Rauf. I can tell you guys as a batter, when you're batting well or when you're batting not so well and you're able to hit a shot like that and you're searching for form, you have to get ready early, your head has to be still, you have to watch the ball and you have to time the ball and hit it as close to you as possible to get the execution absolutely right. If his confidence was on a scale of 4 on 10, that cover drive itself would have taken his confidence to an 8 on 10. When you're seeking something with your heart and your soul and you get a glimpse of it and you get a clear glimpse of it, then your focus becomes fierce focus. You know exactly what you did right to achieve that outcome and you say, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do the same process. Repeat it. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. And that is what Virat did. That's why we saw another boundary in that over and then another and another and another and another through the course of the innings. By Virat Kohli standards, this innings, I would rate it on a scale of maybe 8 on 10. I think he will get to 9 on 10. I think he'll get a 9.5 on 10. It's about him repeating this process over and over and over again. And like I said, you give a great man a taste of what works, he will come back to it. He will come back to it like a hungry animal over and over and over and over again. The second thing for me that absolutely stood out for me about Virat and his innings today was his demeanor. And I truly hope that he holds this demeanor. He actually said, it was about keeping the outside noise away, staying in my space and taking care of my energy levels and thoughts. It's very easy to get pulled into expectations. My job is to stay in the present and do a job for the team. I could not agree with him more, and I don't think there is a more true statement when it comes to batting. Just the way he held himself. I remember when Abrar was bowling, he was showing aggression, he was trying to rile Virat up. And he threw a ball, Virat quietly ducked under the ball. Virat of the past would have reacted to it. Virat of the past would have taken him on. But Virat executed such astute batsmanship at that point in time. He knew that all he needed to do was stay in the present and put all his energies into each ball that he faced. And that was the most delightful thing I have watched Virat do in a really long time. I'm a huge admirer of his batting. You guys will disagree, but I've always been a huge admirer of his batting. Today, the demeanor that he held was one that I truly wish he holds on to for the rest of his career because it kept his energy within himself. And I was thinking, if I was a part of the team today, and if I saw Virat Kohli, and if I've tracked his whole career, and I've seen Virat Kohli exercising this energy levels and this commitment to doing the job for his team by not getting perturbed by aggression, sledging, any of that, what would it make me feel on the inside? And I immediately thought, man, that would make me feel so assured that this guy has it all under control. And guys, that is exactly what happened today. Everything was so much under his control. So much so that all of us, I can tell you, I was at the stadium, whoever were there at the stadium were like, man, we hope he gets his 100. We hope he gets his 100. Perhaps even Rohit Sharma on the outside. And Virat said in the end, I told you, I'm here. Relax. I knew I was going to get this. Like I said, my desire is he stays with this and he holds on to this for the rest of his career. Because if he does this, he will be a rock and a mountain that will be freaking unshakable. And I truly hope he does this. I think one or two things that probably slightly off is the fact that to the spinners, he's slightly late. So subconsciously, his body is making him play more on the back foot. Maybe even intentionally so, he wants to play on the back foot. But like Shubman got out, he played back to a ball that was pitched up. Oftentimes, I see Virat also doing that. But perhaps it's being done intentionally. But if he plays more on the front foot, I reckon he'll be able to get on top of the bowler a lot more than he has in the last couple of innings. But Virat has been all class, and guys, I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to play the way he's playing right now and helps us win this ICC championship and get Rohit and Kohli to win a fourth ICC championship together, which would be quite amazing, guys. Hardik Pandya, incredible, man. He's been an absolute revelation. Just the way he bowled today. Like, Shami got hurt, or Shami wasn't warmed up. He didn't look like he was warmed up. He went out. He was given practically the new ball. And what I loved about Hardik was that he came with intensity, attitude, and that will to pick wickets. For me, that is what stood out about Hardik Pandya. Every time he came to bowl to take wickets. And he was critical on himself and he didn't hit the marks that he wanted to hit. But he executed with panache. 8 overs he bowled for, I think, about 32 runs or 35 runs and got 2 wickets. And he bowled the important phases. And he bowled it with so much control and conviction, it gave you confidence, right? Today we can play with 3 all-rounders and 3 bowlers simply because the quality is so good. And we got to recognize quality when we see it. We got to speak well about it and give it the admiration it deserves, because these are personnel who are putting everything on the line for their country. Whatever stories you see and have narratives you believe about Hardik, I can tell you he's one of the hardest working guys I've known as far as an all-rounder is concerned. The amount of work he puts into to bowl as quick as he does. A lot of inside stories that I know, which also makes me feel like, okay, this guy needs to be celebrated a little bit for the efforts that he does put in. The back surgery, coming back from that, the personal things that he's gone through, the attitude that he still displays while he plays cricket at the highest level, the love for the game he has, the love for his country that he's got. A lot of things are misunderstood because people don't say things, people don't share what they're going through. And sometimes we on the inside know a few of these things. And you see the attitude that they display in matches like this, in crunch matches like this, and you say, like, man, this is the kind of guy that you need in a team. Shreyas Iyer, I think, is well and truly secure that number 4 position in that Indian team. If he's not secure, I would be very upset. I've gone on a limb and said that I think he's the next captain of the Indian team, simply because I see this guy being so astute, so confident, so under the radar, and someone who's got everything under control. We all felt, oh, he had a problem with the short ball. Lo and behold, he comes back to international cricket and he's smashing Naseem Shah in front of mid-wicket for 4s and 6s. So he's dealt with that. He's dealing with things head on. He's meeting his weaknesses head on as a man and overcoming them, right? And for me, it's one of those reasons. I see a lot of these things and I feel like this is why this guy will succeed as a leader. And there's proof in the pudding. He's won perhaps everything he's led in. And I wouldn't be surprised that on the back of him being captain for Punjab Kings, if they go on to have an exceptional season this year. So this guy's been doing really well. I think we've found a number 4 for the next 4 or 5 years, guys. As long as he remains fit, I think nobody else should have that position. All in all, a good day for India. And many more good days to come, in my opinion. The next game against New Zealand is going to be critical. It's going to be very important. That will set the tone for the back end of the tournament. Nobody expected Australia to play the way they have. Just makes this tournament that much more interesting. I'm not going to do reviews after every game, but special performances, things that I noticed about batting, things I noticed about anything about the game and stuff like that, I'll come out and share it with you guys. This has been fun. Thank you so much. आपके patience के लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. निम understanding के तुम्बा तुम्बा thank you. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Till then, peace out.